Call the meeting of the North Syracuse Board of Education to order. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to God, indivisible.
Thank you. I'd like to begin with a moment of silence for the following. Shannon Berry, an employee of the North Syracuse Central School District. Mary Graziano, a graduate of the North Syracuse Central School District. Martha Guider, a graduate of the North Syracuse Central School District. Robert Abbott, a graduate of the North Syracuse Central School District. Joseph Petizano, a graduate of the North Syracuse Central School District. Desiderio Pays, a graduate of the North Syracuse Central School District. And Alan Jonabrich, a graduate of the North Syracuse Central School District. Thank you.
Very sad news today. Our superintendent from 1979 to 1985 was Blaise Salerno. I was a teacher when he was superintendent. He was phenomenal. Started as a social studies teacher. He's been placed in comfort care, and I hope all our prayers with him and his family. Thank you.
Okay, we'll begin with a proclamation. We have two today. First one is for Speech Therapist Appreciation Day. Throughout history, speech therapists have had an impact on the district's students and community. They work for the well-being, welfare, and future of our children. This awesome responsibility is accepted with commitment, dedication, and even love. Because of the complexity and diversity of their roles, they must be flexible, resourceful, positive, and patient. Speech therapists of the North Syracuse Central School District are professionals of the highest caliber who have dedicated themselves to the ideals of their profession. Students, parents, administrators, and community members recognize, applaud, and appreciate their efforts to ensure students receive a quality education. To honor the speech therapists of the North Syracuse Central School District and their accomplishments and efforts on behalf of our community's most valuable resource, our children, I, Paul Farfalia, President of the Board of Education of the North Syracuse Central School District, on behalf of the board, express our deepest gratitude and hereby declare May 10th, 2024, Speech Therapist Appreciation Day to be celebrated with appropriate educational activities. I'll make that motion. Ask for a second. Second from Mr. Herman. And you needed to second that, speech therapist, okay? Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed, and that is carried. Thank you.
What we'd like to do at this time is have any of our speech therapists, if you're in the audience, we'll ask you to come up front and let people know where you work and how long you've been there. Do we have any of our speech therapists here today? Not. Okay. I will get this to their unit president and we will acknowledge them a second time. Thank you.
And our next proclamation is Teacher Aid Appreciation Day. Throughout history, teacher aides have had an impact on the district's students and community. They work for the well-being, welfare, and future of our children. This awesome responsibility is accepted with commitment, dedication, and even love. Because of the complexity and diversity of their role, they must be flexible, resourceful, positive, and patient. Teacher aides of the North Syracuse Central School District are professionals of the highest caliber who have dedicated themselves to the ideals of their profession. Students, parents, administrators, and community members recognize, applaud, and appreciate their efforts to ensure students receive a quality education. To honor the teacher aides of the North Syracuse Central School District and their accomplishments and efforts on behalf of our community's most valuable resource, our children, I, Paul Farfalia, President of the Board of Education of the North Syracuse Central School District, on behalf of the board, express our deepest gratitude and hereby declare May 21st, 2024 Teacher Aid Appreciation Day to be celebrated with appropriate educational activities. Second from Mr. Crabtree. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed, and that is carried. Thank you very much.
Well, before we get up, do we have any of our teacher aides here this
do.
evening?
Yes.
We-
I feel like this is to tell the truth. Way to remember.
What we're going to do is ask all our teacher aides who are here to please come forward. And if you can introduce yourself and let people know what building you're in. I thought you said someone's here?
Somebody thought you were staying.
We will get this to them.
Okay. This next one will be better because somebody else is in charge. So we have the North Syracuse Education Foundation Grant Awards for the 2024-25 school year. I'm going to ask Jackie, come on up. We have a microphone there. Press the button. And, oh, we have one here. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it's good. Small technical difficulties. I'm Jackie Forte. I am actually an alumni of this district. I grew up in North Syracuse, graduated from the old North Syracuse High in 1982. Moved away for a little while after college, came back, graduated 2 kids out of the high school in 2013 and 2015. And I have been the president of the North Syracuse Education Foundation for longer than I can remember. All of the board members that are here today, I just wanted to acknowledge really quickly. First of all, our secretary, Carolyn Gross. You can come up now because you're going to be helping me. Carolyn's a retired teacher. She's also an alumni of the district. Nat Ordway, who's our treasurer, past president, past vice president. He also has a daughter who went through the district, who's now a doctor of physical therapy. Jen Murphy, who also has a daughter who's gone through the district. And a son. Mary, is Mary here? Mary Ite's a retired teacher. She's on our board as well. And Sharon Furman, who couldn't be here tonight, who also has 2 children that have gone through the district the same years as my kids. So what does the North Syracuse Education Foundation do? We are a 501c3 nonprofit. We are a separate entity for from the district, but we exist solely to provide enrichment to the students of the district through all sorts of different programs. 2 of the things that we've done recently that you may also see besides the teacher grants that we're going to present tonight are supporting clubs like the Builders Club. We provide them with a $500 a year budget where they can go out and buy the materials that they use for their community service projects. And we've also been the vehicle for Micron Foundation, which is also a 501c3, to donate the money for the CHIP camp through another 501c3. So with that being said, we are doing a lot within the district now that we never even thought of before things like Micron existed. So far, we have done close to $300,000 worth of grants that have been paid out over the 21 plus years that we've been in existence. So I wanted to talk about a couple of quick things before we go to the grants, because I was told I have 15 minutes. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is right now the foundation is in the middle of a 5-year sustainability campaign. This board used to have about 20 people on it, and now you can see that we're all aging. I actually hit 60 this year. So we need to get some new blood in here. That's a big thing that we're really trying hard to get more parents involved, more retired teachers, current teachers if they want to be, anybody who has some time and would like to serve on the board. We would love to have you. But one of the things we're doing this year is we're kicking off our 5-year sustainability program. We're trying to reach out to local alumni, families, businesses in the district, and our goal is to build up our endowment with the CMY Community Foundation to $500,000 or more. We want to do that because based on the history of these grants that we give out every year, which typically range somewhere between $15,000 and $20,000 total, we would be able to sustain that without doing major fundraising year after year. This group of 6 people cannot continue to keep building on golf tournaments and galas and all these things without a good sustainable source of funding, and that could be our endowment. Right now, we have $226,000 roughly in assets that we hold on to. So we are halfway to our goal. And we're reaching out to vendors that work with the district, businesses in the district, and community members and alumni to say, hey, we'll take $20, we'll take $20,000. We'll take $10,000 a year for 5 years. We'll do whatever it takes to keep this foundation in place. So that even if there ever came a day when we wouldn't be here, that endowment could be left to the district as something that would endure forever to constantly provide funding over and over again. So that's what our board is working towards now, and that's what we're really looking forward to. And I think tonight, when you see some of the grants that we've gotten going on this year, you'll understand why it's just so valuable. So one of the things that's been just invaluable to us are our parents that help us as volunteers and our student reps. So I would like them to come up here because you're going to be greeting the grant winners too. And I would like to acknowledge one student rep in particular right now, and that would be Nadia Greco. So you're going to stand here with me because she's on every committee. So Nadia and her mom, Erin, and actually before Nadia, her brother, Owen, were both student reps with the North Syracuse Education Foundation. And we have a program where if a student starts with us and does 2 years with us, they can apply for a scholarship when they are a senior. So we realize, having had children, that your kid cannot always stay involved for 5 straight years. So if you do 8, 9, that's fine. You do 10, 11, that's fine. Senior year, you've got to work. I work with you, but we need more student reps. We have parents, just like Erin or Molly, who works with her daughter Zoe, who come together as a family and they really enjoy the time together. So that's open to us too. But what I wanted to do, because you will be finding out at the next board meeting when we officially present you with your scholarship, that you are going to be awarded a $500 scholarship for your hard work, is read the letter that Nadia wrote to us as part of her application. So some of the things that Nadia was involved in was collecting donations for the golf tournament, setting up the golf tournament, the junior high open house, working at the Book Van Gogh, doing the Paladinos gift certificate fundraiser for several years, doing the bottle drive for several years, manning tables at the Festival of the Arts. So she sent us a letter, which is part of their application. I want to share that with everyone. She said, I have truly enjoyed the opportunities I've been given over the past 5 years with NSCF. From the beginning, when I was able to assist with the golf tournament, to volunteering to raise awareness about the organization at the Festival of the Arts. I have learned many lifelong skills that will assist me as I move on to college and into my future career. Helping others within the community is an enormous part of the person I am today, and I hope to continue to be. It has helped to guide my future plans as I am about to pursue my education as a nursing student. I've always loved to help others, and when I started volunteering, I was able to see the impact that small actions could have on them. I have seen this in the desks that the NSCF helped to build during COVID, the STEM activities it has helped to fund, the yearly donation to the Builders Club that I was a part of, that helped us spread joy to others. Being in classrooms that have received NSCF grants has been such a positive impact on my education throughout my time at North Syracuse. I've also had the opportunity to volunteer with Sleep in Heavenly Peace and put together the bedding that is delivered to the children for the past 5 years. Seeing the excitement when the beds and bedding are delivered is something that leaves me speechless. I volunteered at Helping Hounds for the past several years and cannot explain the joy that assisting these helpless animals has brought to me. Excuse me. I must admit there have been countless dogs that I have tried to bring home. NSCF has taught me many lessons that I will be able to utilize in my future endeavors. I have been able to see how time management, planning, and organization are all vital skills to have in order to succeed, not just within this committee, but in life as well. The board members have shown me the importance of communication and how different personalities and perspectives, excuse me, can add to the decision-making process to obtain a common overall goal. I have also learned the importance of going outside my comfort zone and speaking with people I have just encountered, which is a skill we see a lot of kids just don't have. Being able to share my opinions and knowing that they matter to those around me and are taken into consideration has given me more confidence in myself. I was able to take these skills with me to college, and I will also cherish the memory of Sandy DiBianco. Her personality and smile filled the room with so much joy. Her thoughtfulness and consideration of others was immense. A small example of this was the sweet treats that she always came with to the meetings as a way of welcoming everyone. Her devotion to others was inspirational, and I am so grateful that I was able to have known her. She was a true role model in every way. She volunteered her time to help so many and left a lasting impression on those around her. I aspire to have an equal impact in my community. For those of you who didn't know, Sandy was a community member, board member, and she passed away from cancer. It'll be 2 years this summer. And she was on our board when Nadia served. Moving forward, I hope that NSCF will continue to include students in the decision-making process, as it is a rewarding and beneficial learning experience. It allows students to acquire lifelong skills that expand their repertoire. A possibility for the future in NSCF would be to add an Instagram account to get more student, parent, and community involvement. This could be student-run, and posts could include the grants and how they're being used in the classrooms. If students understand the impact of their learning more, they may be more inclined to become involved. Posts could be created to encourage students to join. Student reps could do presentations at some clubs, especially at the junior high. These might include Builders Club, Positivity Project, and Student Government. This may also increase exposure to NSCF and a better explanation of what it does and the benefits to the district. Thank you for the opportunity to contribute to the NSCF committee over the past 5 years. I am excited for my next adventure at Case Western Reserve University, but know that I am leaving with a strong skill set thanks to NSCF. So congratulations, you will be getting your scholarship in June, my sweetheart. So a lot of times people ask me, what do the student reps do? And to me, that was no better way to show you guys than to share her letter. And we would really love to have more kids. So if you know someone, tap them on the shoulder. I've worked with kids that go through all sorts of activities. I know they have practice. I know they have all sorts of stuff. I know they have regents. I know they have homework. We are flexible. So I'm going to pass the mic to Carolyn now. We are going to talk about our grant program for this year. We work with the district and we go through the grants. And this year we were really excited because the district had funding to fund 2 of the grants. So those teachers and staff who applied will still be recognized because their work in bringing those needs forward are what allowed those grants to become a reality. So they're going to be getting a certificate. So in total this year, we awarded $16,077 in grants, which is, I think, one of the highest years, the highest year that we've had to date. So we're really excited. So Carolyn's going to read a little blurb about the grant. I'm going to hand you your certificate and would love you to just shake everybody's hand on down the line and we'll go from there.
Okay, I don't know. I know some people are coming and some people aren't. Those are the first people. Okay, the first grant is to Ellen Mavar. Karen Moran, Leanne Phillips. Oh, they are here. Great. Okay, their grant was called Learning at Our Fingertips. They're from the North Syracuse Early Education Program. The purpose of the grant is to purchase materials for a sensory table. Sensory materials are a crucial component to early exploration and play. Playing at the sensory table provides learners of all kinds a large variety of diverse activities designed to foster engagement, fine motor manipulation, and communication. I have to read it. I can't remember. Okay. Okay. I can yell it out. I don't even need a mic, really. Okay. So it's Ellen Mavar, Karen Moran, and Leanne Phillips. Oh. Yeah, this is hers. Our next grant is to Juliana Carmichael. And hers is interesting. Hers is called Dynamic Shelves for Dynamic Readers. She is from KW Siley Barrowed Elementary School, and she's a librarian for K through 4, so she teaches all of the kids. The purpose is to purchase dynamic shelving in the library, specifically to acquire browsing bins in the picture book section so books can be placed face out to increase engagement and student autonomy. So the kids are looking at the cover of the book rather than the spine. Cool. Yeah. The next grant is for Lindsay Marzullo, Anne Marie Leaf, Elise Gray, Danielle Preville, and Alicia Vinciguero. Okay. You're the only one? Oh, okay. I know, but she's, okay. Hers is called, their group is the second grade group, which is really a good way for us to look at groups. Then we know everybody's involved. It's not just one person telling one person what to do. So it's second graders soar into reading. And what the Smith Road Elementary second grade is doing, their purchase is to provide books so that all second grade students have the opportunity to participate in literature circles, regardless of the reading ability. And one of the books that I read it with kids too, is called Dinosaurs Before Dark, will be used as a whole grade level read aloud to foster collaboration in the classrooms and among the entire grade level. Activities will be planned to differentiate instruction, and other book titles will also be purchased, which are, A to Z mysteries. They were all great books, good choices.
Sometimes people ask us what gets a grant picked over another grant. Sometimes budget is huge. Your budget has to be accurate. That's one thing. And this year we had a couple of unique situations that we kind of squirreled around a little so we could still get the grant through. But the other thing though, is when you do a group grant like that, you're impacting a whole bunch of kids and it's durable versus consumable. So if we have two things to pick between and we can't afford both, we would be more likely to pick something that will go year after year. And what was really good about the way you guys wrote your grant up is not every teacher at that grade level has to do the exact same thing. And when you show us that there's 5 teachers, they're all committed, and this teacher wants this, and this teacher wants this, and this teacher wants something different, we will give you what you want. And that's better than just a blanket sweeping statement where you don't really show us that everybody's committed and you're just trying to possibly say, well, we hope everybody will join in. So that's what we really look for. And sometimes people wonder, why did we pick one over the other? But that grant was very well done and very clear, and we could picture very clearly what you were going to execute.
Our next grant winner is Kathy Knies. She's her grant is called Using Magnetic Tiles to Support Learning. She's in Allen Road and it's kindergarten. I know. we're going to purchase magnetic tiles for 4 classrooms. Magnetic tiles can be used in daily math instruction, weekly STEM challenge activities such as bridge building, structures, stairs, slopes, mazes, and countless other activities. Our next grant is for Michelle Kohler and Molly Murphy. Now, this was another interesting grant. This is Cicero Elementary and it's grades K through 4. And they really did an interesting way of presenting that grant to us. Materials are going to be purchased to create calm corners in their rooms. The corners help students to learn social, emotional learning goals of self-awareness and self-management and responsible decision-making. And the items would be like floor pillows, sensory rings, stress ball, thinking putty, which is, I don't know what that is, monkey noodles and sound blocking headphones. And there were other things. I didn't list everything, but those are the ones that were good. And this also was a school-wide thing where teachers chose what they wanted to do.
The nice chart.
Yes, the chart. The teachers decided. The teachers decided which teacher wanted what in of those things in their calm corner, which is good. Good. All right, our next grant's to Corey Patterson. I don't think she's here. Oh, here's a T and I have a K here. Yeah, okay. Let's see. All right, this is for, it's called Drumming Positivity Project. And we've given a number of grants to Corey also for her music classroom at Cicero Elementary. So her project will be K through 4 students will perform in age-appropriate drumming ensembles during regular music class that connect to the school-wide Positivity Project character education program. All students will learn to drum accompaniments to the school-wide song and improvise vocally and on drums about character strengths such as kindness, gratitude, forgiveness, and teamwork. She's Cicero Elementary. And we've given her ORF instruments too, which is another thing she uses for that. So she's not here. Our next grant is to Carla Donahue. Okay, Carla Donahue. She is here, okay. And her grant was called Encore Encore. This is the junior high 9th grade language arts, and it serves about 700 students. They're going to purchase a 20-day rental of a company called Encore, which is a theater production film, as well as supplemental materials. This grant will incorporate theater in the classroom to promote student engagement and make learning significant. I know my granddaughter was the one who didn't get to go because they didn't have enough subs. Yeah. Okay.
This one got a lot of discussion too. It was interesting because kind of considering the cost of sending all the kids out, busing alone on sending all the kids out is so expensive. So bringing it in really made a lot more sense. And it was exciting to see that.
Our next person is Danielle Rausa. I don't think she's here either. Oh, maybe she is. Danielle? No? Okay. She's called I Have a Dream. And it's through CNS in the junior high grades 8 through 12. And we're going to purchase an Ultratech Radiance Hazer machine to help enhance district performances. This is last year she requested one. She requested 2. We only could afford 1. So this year she recorded the second one. So that's what she's going to get, that one. So that's good. So this Danielle Rausa. The next is Jennifer Fisher. Okay, Jennifer is from the high school, English Language Arts. Her program is called Restock Mobile's Pace Maker Space to cultivate mindsets. Last year, we provided a beginning program for her for this maker space. And so we're adding on to those materials. And the maker space is a student-centered learning space that encourages problem solving and hands-on exploration. The creative materials help bring the English class to life. The next one is Jessica Keene. She's the Monet Traveling Art Exhibit. So it's art and CNS World Language grades 10 through 12. And the world languages encompasses art, history, geography, humanities, and music. It's not just language. So she's going to purchase 1 week rental for the Monet Traveling Exhibit art. It's great. The next one is for Sarah Bambino and Ashley Mastaroli. Mastaroli? Is that right? The close? Do your kids have trouble? Mastarelli, okay. And Sarah Bambino is one of our grant winners all the time, and she just knows what to do and how to do it. And hers is called Literature Alive, The Great Gatsby. So it's CNS grades 11. We're going to purchase materials to give CNS students a chance to experience F. Scott Fitzgerald's classic American novel, The Great Gatsby, through kinesthetic and hands-on activities.
Just so everybody knows too, when the grants go into the district and then to auditors, we have one member of our team that lines them. So we don't know what teacher is. And we sometimes can tell the school based on the grade level or sometimes. But we really don't know who the teacher is. So I will say that having done this now for so many, start to recognize those who really have format that we provide and include just find those people in your business all the time because they will help you and we will help.
Our next grant is for Tracy Lieberman, Tiffany Chirico, and Danielle Tedisco. That's 9th grade art, CNS, and the junior high, possibly. I don't know.
Maybe a floater.
It's a floater, okay. And theirs is called Feast or Famine, a Lens Perspective. The purpose of this food photography lesson is to provide high school students with a comprehensive exploration of the principles and techniques involved in capturing stunning food imagery.
This one was hysterical because we had a big conversation about this, but there is actually a huge market. I work for a firm that prepares e-commerce content for the internet. And images of the food is really critical to selling billions of dollars worth of stuff in this country and all over the world. So this is actually a very valuable skill for kids to come out of school with right now, and they did not have the right stuff to do this with. So it was interesting how they put this together, and what they're doing with this will really give our students here an advantage on something they can actually make a career out of, photographing food.
Okay, our next grant are really sort of the same. These grants were requested and the district had decided to pick up the cost of this, but they are still getting a certificate from us because they went through the whole grant process. Jody Barnes and Amanda Kelly, they're from the junior high, and they're getting a MA Pure audiometer machine with a headset. And Robin Makepeace is getting the audiometer also, but she's from CNS. They have to do hearing tests, 10 and 12, 8th and 9th. They need a new machine, so they're getting them.
Yeah, and they worked with, I believe, Peg Puma or Peg Miller, who's the director of nursing now, on getting those. And that's something that, because of their effort putting the grant out, people in the district that weren't even aware that that was a need right now became aware and were like, oh, we can do that. So it worked out really, really well. So I just want to say thank you to all of you who applied and showed up tonight. Please, please, please reach out to anybody that you know who might be interested in becoming a board member or becoming a student volunteer or a parent rep. We will not put more on you than you can handle. I promise. And thank you so much again to everybody on the board who helped us review these as well. And we're really excited. The NSCF too. Nadia mentioned Sandy. She was a beloved member of our board. She is so missed. And we have some books we're ready to put in her book nook when we hear that it's going to be getting going around here. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, we're at the public comment portion of the meeting, and we have nobody signed up this evening. But just a reminder, the Board of Education meetings are meetings that are held in public, and we welcome the public to attend and to sign up, comment on, matters that pertain to the district. Please contact our clerk for information. Board of Education Committee reports. We don't have Mr. Thorne here. Okay, you can.
Legislative Committee met a while back, I think about a week and a half ago. And it was good to see our Assemblyman Al Sturpey there, along with John Mannion's aide who comes to every meeting, to realize that this is a very difficult budget this year. Again, thank you to the team, Dan and Don and Chris, for all that you did to develop this budget. So I left on the table over there things that voters can do. If you're here and you're a voter, you may take it. First of all, tomorrow, there will be registration and if Jill, I make a mistake, please chime in, okay? Registration is tomorrow from 4 to 8 here at the district office, and also 4 to 8 at the stadium. If you're already registered for Onondaga County elections, then you don't need to register. You're always registered. Unusual this year is that all district residents can mail in their ballots. They do not have to be at the polling place, but you have to apply for that and get the piece of paper in. And of course, there are absentee ballots that we've had in case of seniors. I have brought in a few because they're just in wheelchairs and so forth, and they're supporters of our school district. Paul, would you like to say anything? You were at the meeting a week ago. Is there anything you would like to say?
No, just we're going forward with the budget we adopted, and we hope people get out to vote for the budget and the candidates. And BOCES report you sent to us.
Right. So
Okay.
real quickly, each of you have in front of you 4 graduations. As your BOCES representative, I go to 8 of them because 4 of them are in Cortland. But these 4 that you have our students will be there. Plenty of our students will be at them. So I don't want to go through them, but if you're free at the time, I would appreciate maybe some of you joining us. Skills USA. If you remember, I mentioned that to you last time. I forwarded something to you today with pictures of the students. One student from Tully won, and so he will be going on to the national, but we need to think about North Syracuse kids. And so Gavin Magahan was 2nd place. So this is 2nd place in the state. They only take 1st place down there, but I think in automobile technology, it was automobile maintenance. He came 2nd in the state. Remember, there were 2,000 students there from all over New York State. And also Emily Rio from New Vision Medical came in third place with her first aid and CPR. So those two students are North Syracuse students that placed in the state. And that's it, Mr. President.
Thank you. Senator Bowles, comments?
Thank you, Mr. President. Last week, I spent some time at the Chamber of Commerce on Tuesday, and our local businesses do a phenomenal job of recognizing our top students in many different areas, and they were privy to a lovely dinner. Their parents were there, and it was so nice to see the community honoring our best and our brightest students. Also last week, one of the things that the board has really helped us develop, we had our first unified basketball game of the season, and we got local media coverage, and many of our staff, our students and families were supporting our students, and it was an amazing night. So there's more to come. They'll be playing again, I believe, tomorrow. So it was wonderful to see. Many spring sports are going on. Softball beat Sandy Creek 7-3. West Jenny, we also beat West Jenny 5-2 in softball. Our boys baseball beat Beeville last week, and they're in second place in the league. They play again tomorrow. Boys lacrosse pulled off a 10-9 victory. They hadn't beaten Beeville in 15 years, so they finally got a win there. Boys tennis won on senior night 7-0. Also, we have a student who signed a letter of intent, Morgan Hayes, signed a letter of intent to go to Binghamton for track and field. Girls flag football continues to impress. Again, because of the work of the board, we've been able to offer more opportunities for students. We did in the winter, girls wrestling, unified basketball, and also girls flag football. And these opportunities are just, you should see the look on the students and the families' faces. It has just been real impressive to see. Also, boys lacrosse has been doing well as well. We did have boys baseball. Caden Kalfas struck out 10 batters in 5 innings against Beeville. So as you see, there's a lot going on, and our students are excelling. And with girls lacrosse, they're 10-1. They are going to contend for things this year. They beat Beeville and Liverpool last year. Miss Neshi had 6 goals and 2 assists. Gabby Putnam had 18 draw controls, which is phenomenal. She's dominating. I see Natalie Wilson, Kaylin Reed, and Brooke Malchinoff all had 3 goals each in beating Liverpool. So a lot's been going on with the spring, and our students are excelling and doing a great job. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you. Board of Education members, any other comments? Button.
Yeah, I just want to say to all the teachers who got grants, there were some very impressive things out there that are really testing the limits and trying to think outside the boxes, how we can provide opportunities for our students in areas where you all who are with them every day are able to kind of identify. I appreciate that the NSCF was able to fund so many of them, but I really applaud all the teachers because there's some things that I think are really important that it's great that we have a foundation that there's teachers willing to like go out and do everything that they can for the kids out there. So thank you.
Comments? Yes, Mr. Crabtree.
I am very proud as a former teacher that 2 of my former students, Elise Gray and Ashley from the high school, got grants. That makes me feel, well, first I'm proud they're teachers, but I'm proud they got grants. Real quickly, for Dollars for Scholars, there's a golf tournament coming up. I know Mr. Bowles will be there, and Mr. Ludden's getting a team up. Don Keegan's been out there practicing. So thank you for supporting Dollars for Scholars, because they will be having their ceremony on June 11th at 6:30 right over here at the junior high. And I think there's about 125 scholarships. My last thing, I was going to wait and talk when we got to personnel, but I want to talk first. As you know, this week is National Teacher Appreciation Week. We have a proclamation that tomorrow here in our district, we have phenomenal teachers in this district. The theme is a shining star. Michelle Kohler, I know you're a shining star. I worked with you. Every one of the teachers in this district is a shining star for our students. Without your support, we wouldn't have the kind of programs that we're supporting. So thank you very much. But I want to talk about one individual teacher tonight, and I might get very sensitive. It's very difficult when I see names on the retirement list. Doc Reed is retiring, and we'll be voting on it tonight. And I know our president will acknowledge that. And I know, Carol, you're here and worked with him for many years, retiring with 24 years of service. I do go up and visit once in a while, even though Mr. Bowles would like me not to visit as much at the high school. But I always stop. In Doc Reed's class. Again, I'm interested in politics. He's teaching government. He's been a foundation in this school district for so many of our students. He's just an amazing person, great teacher. I did pass the government test last year. He gave me the government test, even though I didn't get 100. He's just a person that this district is going to miss. He's given a lot to students, not only in social studies class, but Umoja. And he's inviting all of you, and I'll get the date soon, his last Umoja dinner. He would like other board members to attend. And he's having a really great speaker, a gal that graduated from our school. I believe she graduated from Harvard, and she's a huge lawyer now for a big firm. So thank you, Doc Reed, for all that you have done. Thank you.
Thank you. Wills, comments?
Not too much to say this time around. With all the appreciation days and weeks that we have, I was curious as to what students would potentially want for the sort of appreciation day. And the one that seemed to come up the most, I don't quite know if we have it, but it would be an appreciation day or something of sorts for the custodial staff. Because really in any of the schools, there's just so much work that they have to do, so many things that they're involved in. And I feel like a lot of the times it's easy to just like not even, because a lot of the time they work after school or before school, so you don't see a lot of them in person, but the work that they do is invaluable in keeping our schools clean and also even just running. So yeah, thought that was an interesting idea that people came up with, so I thought I'd bring it up tonight.
Hey, thank you. It's been noted. Okay, routine action items. I need a motion, please, for the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of April 17th. Motion from Dr. Kramer, second from Mr. Crabtree. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Ask for a motion to place items B, C, and D together. Motion from Mr. Ludden, second from Ms. Segru. They are the consideration and classification of disabled students in school, preschool, and home instruction. So B, C, and D are before us. During discussion. Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Thank you. Motion, please, for the contract award, item E, Main Street School renovation. Motion from Dr. Kramer, second from Mr. Marizio. Any discussion there? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Thank you. F, acknowledgement of business officers reports for March of 24. Motion for Ludden, second from Ms. Segru. That is before us. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed, and that is carried. We have discussion action items, appointments of poll site managers and inspectors and certified machine technicians for the May 21st budget vote and board member election. So motion to place that before us, please. Motion from Mr. Herman, second from Dr. Kramer. That's before us. Any questions? Comments, concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed, and that is carried. B, the authorization of the district to enter into lease with the YMCA of Central New York. Motion, please. Mr. Ludden, second. Dr. Kramer, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed, and that is carried. Acknowledgement of gifts. A motion, please, to place that, Mr. Ludden, soon to be Dr. Ludden. And second from Dr. Kramer. Ah, there is a doctor. Thank you. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed, and that is carried. Markable and non-markable surplus, a motion please for that. Dr. Kramer, second from Mr. Ludden. Any questions? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed, and that is carried. In recommendation, authorize the district to enter into agreement dated 5/6/24. Motion from Dr. Kramer, second from Ms. Segru. Any discussion? Questions? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. And we have acknowledgements of retirements before us. Christopher Hawkins, technology teacher, retiring with 28.8 years of service. David Jones, custodian 2, retiring with 32.5 years of service. Dr. David Reed, social studies teacher, retiring with 25 years of service. John French, school bus driver, retiring with 10.8 years of service. And Udette Handshoe, school secretary 2, retiring with 20.7 years of service. Acknowledgement of those and a thank you for dedication to our. Just wish them a healthy and long retirement. Comment?
Yeah, Bob beat me to it over here. I was gonna wait until the retirements to say it, but I had plenty of the wonderful teachers that have been in this district. But I do think that there are few that had the impact on people that I knew and myself personally that Doc Reed did. And he's a great person, and I hope that he has a fantastic retirement. Also, that dinner is on May 22nd for everybody. May 22nd is the Umoja dinner at the high school. I believe it's at 6 p.m. No, 5 to 7. Sorry, I think it's 5 to 7.
Okay, thank you. Motion, please place instructional personnel report A before us. Dr. Kramer, second from Mr. Marizio. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Support staff personnel report B. A motion, please place that before us. Motion from Dr. Kramer, second from Mr. Ludden. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. And administrative personnel report C. A motion from Mr. Crabtree, second from Mr. Ludden. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. And just want to welcome Melissa Moldano. Looking forward to have you on board at Cicero L. Thank you. Okay, at this time, I'm going to entertain a motion for executive session for the purpose of reviewing one legal item with no action to follow, one personal item with no action to follow, 2 parental appeals with action to follow. If I can get a motion. Motion from Mr. Marizio, second from Mr. Ludden. All in, any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Okay, we are in executive session. We'll adjourn. We adjourn, we come back out.